Hi, my TikTok family. So I know I have not been on here for a while. And some of you guys may know that I lost my job 2 months ago. And, my plan was to, hey, just enjoy life. And whatever that entailed, that's what I was going to do. Whether that meant traveling, cleaning out stuff, just reorganizing, like whatever it was, that was my plan to do. But we all know it doesn't matter what our plan is. God always have a bigger plan. And the one thing about being in this season and losing my job is that I said that I wanted to be intentional with everything that I did during this time. So that meant that my prayer life has changed tremendously, and just really being more intentional with, my prayer and spending time with God and just allowing Him to just show me what He's doing to me in this season. And so I took some notes because this is important. And this morning, I was praying and God just shared with me that, and I'm looking at my notes, that losing my job wasn't the purpose of this season. Okay, I'm going to read that again. Losing my job wasn't the purpose of this season. It was just the trigger. God says that He is using it to do something far greater in me than I can ever imagine. This season is not about employment. It's about transformation. It's not about what I lost. It's about what I'm being freed from and what I am being called into. He also said that He is asking me to let go of what no longer aligns with the woman He created me to be. That means walking away from habits, mindsets, relationships, and environments that keep me tied to who I used to be instead of who He is calling me to be. It means walking away from sin, not out of shame, but out of a deep desire to live in freedom and obedience. This is a season of surrender. He says He's not removing what's comfortable. He's revealing what's kingdom. He is pruning everything that chokes out of purpose. He is refining me in the fire so I can rise from it bold, healed, and fully aligned with Him. What I felt like a loss is actually love. A love that will not let me settle. A love that will not let me stay in spaces that drain my calling. A love that gently but firmly says, it's time to let go. Miko, I have more for you. Man, that was like so powerful. And so in seasons like this, it's so important that we're obedient to what God is telling us, because the moment that we start moving and we are not being obedient, that's when we are really out of line with what He is calling us to do. And so I wrote some more notes, how He works and shows up in these situations. He starts to remove what's comfortable to reveal what's calling. And sometimes the job was the routine that keeps you functioning, but not flourishing. God will disrupt comfort to launch you into purpose. He allows the breaking to bring building. When something ends, it creates space. Space for healing, for rediscovering who you are, for asking deeper questions, for returning to Him fully. What felt like rejection is actually redirection, with Him leading the way. And then number 3, He shows up with provision and presence. When your resources are shaken, it doesn't mean he's gone silent. In fact, that is where he draws closest. He provides what you need, sometimes through peace, sometimes through people, sometimes through open doors that make no sense on paper. That is the trust when you are trusting him. Number 4, he prepares you for what you've prayed for, even when it doesn't look like it yet. You asked for purpose, you asked for peace, you asked for walk in your calling. This season is preparation. He's shedding false identities, untangling approval addiction, and awakening your voice. How powerful is that? You know, one of my other girlfriends, she got laid off probably like 3 weeks after me. And so I shared with her, I said, you have two decisions that you can make during this time. You can come out the same version of who you are currently, or you can come out a different version. And I said, it's your choice of what you do with this time that God has allowed you to have. And so we always know that God has a bigger plan, and it's never what's happening to us on the surface. That is never, it's like he said, it was just the trigger. That is what needed to get me to this place. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be here. And I don't know what's next, but God does. He knows what is next. And I just have to just continue to be obedient to him. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I am going to try and be more obedient and post. And I look a mess because I just finished working out. But I'm going to try and be obedient and make sure that I'm sharing with you guys what I am learning, sharing my workouts. There's what a 50-year-old woman, what it's like, not having a job during this time and what God is doing in my life. So I'm excited and yeah. Just, keep me in your prayers. And if you have any kind words to say, just, leave them below. But just wanted to check in with you guys. And Miko is doing amazing. And I'm so grateful. So thank you guys.